Hi, everybody. My name is Rita Crompton. I am the president and CEO of Archimedes Offspring. When we're going through the process for inventors, we always look at, that ultimate goal. So where are we looking at for the launch? After doing this for 15 plus years, I have found that the best use of dollars, whether they're your dollars or someone else's dollars, is at a professional trade show. So we always gear the tee up of a new product for that next trade show that fits the industry. And, we go to the National Hardware Show. I take 25 inventors that are launching their products. And, they're kind of beyond that step of being in the new product launch area for inventors. I always look at it as an apprenticeship as opposed to just starting out high school. And it's an adventure. It's always an adventure. So what we've learned over the years is when an inventor tells me they're getting ready to tee up their invention and, they're getting inventory done and they want to know how to launch it. A lot of times they'll start out, well, we did market research. Well, how did you do that market research? Well, we hired a company to go out and enough. What was the invoice on that? $10, $15, $20,000 for market research. Really? Don't do that. You're going to need that money. Don't do that. So when we're looking at then that trade show, we are looking for a variety of things. And my phone is not cooperating here. So give me just a second. Okay. Hey, Instagram folks, how are you? All right. We're a couple minutes into this, so you're going to need to kind of listen to get caught up. But we're talking about the importance of trade shows and how people spend so much money on market research that for a few $1,000s, you'd get all the information you need at a professional trade show. So those shows, and there is a show for everything. I have been to the National Asphalt Show. Wasn't very big, but it was very productive. There is a show for anything and everything. You're not looking for the local, all right, in your backyard, mom and pop type of, I don't want to say flea market, but there's holiday shows and different ones that are open to the consumers. That's where we want to make the differentiation. It's not open to a consumer show. So who is it open to? Buyers, manufacturers, store owners, distributors, suppliers, those folks where you've got credentials to get in. And for the average guy to go in off the floor, that takes about $250. So you can start seeing then how they're going to approve your entrance or not. If you're paying for a space, it starts out the door about $2,500, but by the time you pay for everything you need and everything they're going to sell you, you can easily be hitting the $5,000 to $7,000 mark. When you're looking to show your product, that's where you need to be. If you're just going to go in and walk the floor, you've got to have the credentials to get in. So you've got to be, a manufacturer. You've got to be able to talk the talk to get in the door. But it's where you start going to learn. All right. So for now, and if you're managing this, when we go to the National Hardware Show, I've already got everything in a locker out there. So we're not paying for the carpet and the TVs. When I go to a show in Las Vegas with a client, again, we go to my locker and we get out everything that we need. When you're going to something east of the Mississippi, you're pretty much on your own as far as renting the space, but you have to pay to play. And that's the point I'm getting to, is that you're paying to play, but you get so much more out of it than just having a firm do market research where they go out and talk to a bunch of consumers. They're not buying anything. They're just selling you services, and they've got no accountability if it's a bad market research. Now, let's go back to the trade show mentality. You're going to a show, you're talking to the buyers who know their customers, the store owners who know their customers. You can get information back on price points. When you say, my suggested retail price is $15, and the store owner goes, my people aren't going to buy that for $15. $9.99 we might hit the mark. Well, now you've got something to work with that you wouldn't get from market research. All right, market research, they like it, they don't like it, they might pay this, they might pay that. But now you've got something that you can really work with. Packaging is another big one. You can ask a variety of store owners what kind of packaging they need in their stores. And it is not unusual that you may end up going out the door with 2 or 3 different types of packaging. I had a guy come to one of our meetings one time and he says, I've got 25,000 of these in the basement and my wife wants to kill me, because no store owners would use that packaging. But he just thought he could do it any way he wanted and tell them that's what it was going to be. And they're saying, sorry, buddy, that isn't the way it's going to be. We need it like this. For instance, it is not unusual that Bed Bath & Beyond will want a certain type of packaging. Target wants a different kind of packaging. And you've got to be able to flex with that. All right. Amazon, they've paid for it ahead of time. You could put it into a sandwich bag and put a piece of paper inside there with directions on it and good to go, because the buyer's already paid for it. They don't really care about the packaging. They want the product. All right. So then why is, as Archimedes Offspring goes, the trade show such an important step in the phases? And going to a trade show is that last phase, that last $25,000. And again, it's because that we know that's where you go to find the buyers, to find the store placement, to find the interest in the product, to find the licensees. Licensees go to trade shows to find their next projects. All right. That's where they go shopping. And you need to understand that you need to be where those people are at, calling them, sending them emails, sending them samples. Now, that's just a waste of your time. They've got layers of gatekeepers to keep you at bay. So where do you go to find them? You go to a professional trade show. All right. That's where they're standing around. That's where they're curious. That's where they want to do the talking and the visiting. Best time of day is when the hall is the least busy, usually first thing in the morning and the last thing in the evening. Although by then, a lot of times they've taken off to go to the golf course. But what you're looking for is when it's quieter in the hall that you can go around and these people are looking to visit. And some of the other activities that are going on are good places to visit as well. But you've got to be able to walk the floor. So when you go to a trade show, if you're going with us to the National Hardware Show, I take the first 25 inventors. But everybody's got everybody's back. You're going as a team effort. So you can go work the floor. All right. Somebody else is going to be there talking about your product in the booth. When somebody else is out walking the floor and they pass, another spot and they say, oh, John needs to come over here and look at this. So everybody is working as a team. When you go by yourself, it's nearly impossible to be in the booth all the time and to be working the floor. So don't go alone. Like I said, I travel with and for my inventors all the time. But find somebody who can go with you and not just a buddy. All right. You say, oh yeah, my sister's going with me. Well, is your sister an expert in marketing? Is your sister an expert in manufacturing? Does your sister even know what you've invented? Well, no, but she's good at talking to people. I'm sorry. If you're going to make your money count, you need to take somebody who knows what they're doing. So find somebody who knows what they're doing. All right. Find somebody that has either done some marketing. They certainly need to understand the technology that you're in and the industry that you're in. Maybe they've got some manufacturing expertise. Find somebody that's going to be an asset to you and not just a warm body. So a trade show, you find out about price points. You find potential buyers. You find information about packaging. You find the potential licensees that you can use. Interest in your product. All right. There's a lot of times when the connections that get made, it's like there's a store or a chain of stores that is really interested in your product. And you can say, well, who supplies you with this type of product? They're the perfect option for a licensee. All right. And the store owners know this. The distributors know this. So, I know Sally with this company and she heads up this division. So let me give you her contact information. All right. You're going on a reconnaissance mission. You're going to gather intel. All right. So if you think about it as, a mission that you're on to find the information, you can get more in 3 days for a few $1,000s than you could have gotten for 20,000 and months of waiting and digging around. So you need to use your money wisely. All right. Every dime, think of it as your last dime in this endeavor. And by the time you get to the trade show, you're at marketing phase. Most inventors are really scrimping the bottom of their penny barrel at that point. So we need to be able to squeeze the most out of those dollars. And even, with Archimedes Offspring, we're looking at the trade show as being the most valuable use of the investor's dollars. All right. So you as the inventor, you need to keep that in mind as well when you're doing this. Trade shows. Why are they important? Biggest bang for your buck. My name is Rita Crompton. I am president and CEO of Archimedes Offspring. Ask your questions. All right, send me an email, rita@archimedesoffspring.com. You can also find me on Inventor Lady, and let's get the ball rolling. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.